Hello students, this is Dr. Miller. I'm your instructor for Art 173 Photography, and I want to start off by apologizing for the fact that I probably sound like I'm in a well or something. I'm trying to get over a bad cold, but here we go. So this is the home page that you will see. I keep it really sparse, but let's talk about the syllabus assignment. It's really the first thing you're going to do. If we go over here to start here, it's going to tell you what is the assignment for the first week. So let's talk about that first because it's based on the syllabus. But you're going to read the syllabus and the schedule that accompanies the syllabus, and you're going to actually take a one-question test that is really simple, and I'll give you a hint. The answer to the question should be yes, and we'll get to that in a minute. But the other part is you'll actually have a discussion, and how to do the discussion is covered in the accompanying video to this, which is about how this course is set up within Blackboard. But let's move ahead and just get to the syllabus itself. You can find the syllabus by clicking on the syllabus link, and if you click this link here, you will download the syllabus, and if you click this link, you'll download the accompanying schedule of assignments. So that's how you access them. You will also find all of your assignments are going to be under the Assignments tab on the left. And so here's the actual syllabus assignment. And in the syllabus assignment area, there's a brief description of what we're talking about here. Here's the syllabus again. It's the same thing as in the syllabus tab. And here's the assignment schedule again. Here's the video that you're going to watch about how the course is set up. And here's the video you're watching now. So that's pretty much how it goes. Let's talk about the syllabus itself. So this is the syllabus, and this is a little boilerplate description of the course that's up here. A little bit about me. I've taught this course for 7 years. I've taught it online each time, and I think you'll find it's a really interesting course. It's going to be very different. It's not going to be like any other course you have. It's got a lot of work. You have to keep on it, and you have to take a lot of photographs, but it's actually kind of fun too. And the thing that I like to emphasize is that photography is a skill. It's a really useful skill. And if you can get better at being a photographer, you'll find all kinds of ways that will help you in your life, both through taking better photographs of your family and your friends and your pets and things like that, but also in your career. So here is how you would contact me. We're only going to be using the Blackboard messaging system. It's basically email in Blackboard. And if you watch the other video, you'll see how to do that. It's pretty simple. If you need to contact my supervisor, that would be Dr. Jonathan Watts. And he's in the Humanities and Fine Arts Division and in the English building on the campus in Boaz. This is his phone number. This is his email. If you feel like there is any issue that you have with me as an instructor and want to talk to a supervisor, Dr. Watts is the person. So here's the spring 2019 Snead State schedule. Classes begin, spring break. Now, during spring break, this is a great opportunity to take lots of photographs. So even though you're going to be not in classes, and this, of course, is an online class, so it's different, but you would definitely have opportunity if you're going to take a trip or something like that to take some photographs. So the course schedule, I'll show you that in just a second, and it is subject to making some small changes, and part of that is because I will change the course depending on what the interests of the students are. The students that are in this class will not be like the students that were in the last class. So if you have particular things that you want to learn, and I will try to incorporate that into the course as best I can. Also, there's issues with weather, and when you're in the spring semester, sometimes there's days when it's just difficult to get out, but that doesn't mean we don't take photographs, so I may adjust the schedule a little bit accordingly. But what we're going to do is, these are the learning outcomes. We want you to become more proficient in the use of digital cameras. And the digital cameras can be a Canon or Nikon single lens reflex camera that costs a bit of money, or it can be a real simple point and shoot camera that has autofocus and does it a little more automatically for you. Or it can be just the phone that you typically have with you all the time, which is your smartphone. And many students that take this class just use their smartphones. There's a few exercises that are a little more challenging because of that, but in general, it's about taking good photographs, and it's not an equipment course. I can't tell you how to use your particular camera because everybody has different cameras. So you're going to have to learn about your particular camera, and I'll try to give you some videos and some readings that may be specific to your cameras. Anyway, we're going to have you take photographs and submit them, and you'll be uploading them, creating a document that you put your photographs in, and we're going to focus on elements of photography like composition, lighting, and situational photography, and you will learn a lot through this course. Now, you're also going to learn some of the general user-controlled variables in camera operation. If you're using a single lens reflex camera, SLR camera, and that would be like the Nikon and Canon cameras that cost several $100s or more, way more in some cases. But with those cameras, you can really do much more than you can with a point and shoot camera or with a cell phone. And you can control these elements of the camera that are available on a single lens reflex. Now, if you don't have a single lens reflex, or you can't even borrow one, that's okay. You can still do fine in this course, but you will need to know the principles of shutter, aperture, ISO settings, and some other kind of technical stuff about photography. Photography is a blend of technology and art, and those two intersect and make you a more creative photographer if you know how to use the technology. So you're going to also be doing some manipulation and enhancement with software, and that would be editing your photos. And it's a lot of fun to edit your photos. You can make a bad photo a better photo. You can make a good photo a great photo, and we'll get into that towards the latter part of the class. There's a writing assignment. Why do you have a writing assignment? Well, the writing assignment really deals with selecting a photographer that you want to learn more about. And as a writing assignment will do, it makes you learn about that particular photographer and their work. And we'll talk about that in more detail, but there is that part of it. And then you're going to gain an understanding of photography as both an art and as a technology. Now, there is no textbook for this class, and that probably makes you happy. I'm okay with that. And there is also no required software. Several years ago, when I started teaching this class, I required people to buy a software package from Adobe, but I no longer do that. For one thing, some of you may already use software for editing, such as Photoshop. That's probably the most famous photo editor, or Lightroom, or Aperture, or others. But if you use one, that's fine. You just need to tell me what you're using. And if you don't have access to one, I will give you one. It's completely free. It's called Pixlr, and it's an online tool. You upload your photo, you edit it, and you download it back. It's really pretty neat. So we're going to learn about that. Now, as I've said, you don't have to have an expensive camera. Whatever you've got is going to work. Don't worry about it. So just want to give you some information about the Snead State resources that are available to you. You can contact the Snead State Community College's Associate Dean of Online Learning, Mr. Michael Gibson. Here's his phone number, and he's in the administration building on campus if you need to get to him. The next thing I want to cover is how you're going to be evaluated. And I created this system. It works pretty well. And you're going to have assignments, and you're going to have discussion, and you're going to have a portfolio of your work, and you're going to have the writing assignment. So that's what it's basically all about. And they all have points, as you might expect. So the first thing we're going to do is the syllabus assignment quiz. And it's real simple. You answer yes on the quiz, and you get 25 points. We also have 11 specific assignments where you're taking photographs or collecting photographs, and you get points for those. Now, the first couple that you turn in, if you turn them in, I'm going to give you full credit. I just want you to get in the habit of doing it and turning it in, so you can build up some momentum by getting basically a 100% grade on the first couple of assignments. After a while, I will start grading it. Basically, the grading is more on did you follow the instructions, and did you follow the material that was provided for you to learn about a specific element of photography. We will have these discussions, and the first one is kind of a photographic profile of yourself, but they will pop up periodically. And then at the end, we will have a portfolio, and that is like your best photographs, and you will submit them. And they could be photographs that you've already taken. You don't have to do new ones necessarily. There is a test, and then that adds up to the points. And here's the way the points break down in terms of a grade. So this other stuff here is just kind of general information about the expectations that Snead State has for all students, really, about being honest, doing your own work, and about being engaged in the course as a student. Let's real quick jump over to look at the course schedule. And so this is the course schedule. Would be these different weeks, and there will be due dates for the assignments. And basically the course is you watch some videos, you read some articles, and you go out and you shoot your photos and you submit them. That's pretty much the routine of the course. And so here's the schedule that you can look over and see what we're going to cover. Parts of it get a little technical. A lot of it is not so technical. A lot of it is really more, the most important thing is really more about seeing, the ability to see. So that's it. If you have any questions, I'm going to show you this right now. This is the messaging. And if you come in here and click on Create Message and do the to thing here, these are the students that are in the class. And this is me, your instructor, Lawrence Miller. So if you click on that and put it over on the right side with that arrow, put something in the subject, put something in the body, and submit it, I will get your message. So if you have any questions, that's the way you reach out to me, and I will respond. I try to be on top of the course and generally look every day. So if you have any questions, just use that to contact me. And otherwise, glad to have you in the class, and good luck.